The village slept under a heavy sky, crickets sang in the tall grass, and the moon hid shyly behind a quilt of clouds. Only the wind seemed awake, whispering through broken fences and whistling against the old church bell that had not rung in years. Inside a narrow mud-walled orphanage, a boy sat upright on his mat. His eyes, white and clouded since birth, did not blink at the darkness. He had never seen the world the way others did, never known the color of the sky, the shape of his own face, or the gleam of a star. Yet tonight something stirred within him. His name was Tay. To the other children, he was the blind one. To the caretakers, he was the quiet boy who listened too much. But Tay knew a secret about himself that no one else could understand. Though he could not see the present, he saw the future. He felt it first as a warmth behind his forehead, then as a stream of images that rushed through him like water breaking through a dam. He clutched his chest, gasping, as visions poured in, the roar of fire, men shouting in the marketplace, a river overflowing its banks, and a stranger's hand pulling him to safety. When the vision ended, Tay sat trembling. The orphanage was still quiet. The other boys lay asleep, unaware that tomorrow would not come to them the way today had ended. Tay whispered to himself, his voice shaking but certain, "Something is coming. And only I can see it." The night did not merely sleep. It watched. Clouds crept like ancient spirits across the face of the moon, and the stars hid, and as if they feared what was about to awaken. On the cold floor of the orphanage, young Tay stirred. His eyes, pale, unseeing, turned toward the unseen horizon. While others dreamt shallow dreams, he journeyed into visions that felt more real than waking life. Tonight, the vision came like thunder behind his ribs. A rush of voices, 1,000 whispers chanting his name, rose inside him until he shook. He saw fires licking the rooftops of the marketplace, women screaming for their children, rivers swelling like angry beasts. Yet woven through the chaos was a golden thread, a tall figure cloaked in light, standing with outstretched arms, calling to him. "Tay," the voice echoed, clear as morning bells. "You were not made to stumble in shadows. You were born to see what others cannot, to walk where others fear. Tomorrow waits for you." His small hands trembled as he gripped the thin mat beneath him. A surge of courage flamed in his chest, pushing back the fear. Though blind to this world, he felt his spirit ignite with sight beyond sight. The room was silent, but for the gentle breathing of sleeping boys. Yet Tay's heart raced, as if the universe itself had leaned close to whisper its secrets into his ears. He rose to his knees, lifted his face toward the invisible sky, and declared in a whisper that seemed to burn the air, "I will not fear tomorrow, because I can see it." And somewhere beyond the walls of the orphanage, the wind carried his words like prophecy, stirring awake forces that had been waiting for him since before he was born. The vision still clung to Tay like smoke. His breath came fast, his small body trembling under the weight of what he had seen. Around him, the orphanage lay silent, the soft snores of boys who dreamed of food and freedom, the creak of wood shifting in the wind. None of them knew what was stirring beyond the horizon. None of them felt the fire that now burned inside him. Tay pressed his palms to the earth floor as though steadying himself against the pull of unseen tides. He heard again the echo of that voice, deep and commanding, like thunder clothed in mercy. "You were not made to stumble in shadows. You were born to see what others cannot." His lips quivered. For 12 years he had been told what he lacked: eyes that worked, parents who loved him, a future worth naming. But tonight, for the first time, he felt as though heaven itself had spoken otherwise. He tilted his head, listening, not with ears, but with that strange inner sight. And there it was again, the crackling of fire that had not yet burned, the cries of people who had not yet screamed, the rush of waters not yet risen. Tomorrow was already alive within him, waiting. "Why me?" he whispered. "Why must I see what others cannot?" The wind sighed against the cracked window, carrying with it the faint smell of smoke from distant cooking fires. Yet in Tay's spirit, it was not the scent of food. It was the omen of ashes. He lay back down, but sleep would not come. His body trembled with both fear and wonder. Though blind, he had seen 1,000 tomorrows, and tonight he knew with certainty that the world around him was about to change. The first rooster had not yet crowed. The first light had not yet touched the rooftops. But already the blind orphan boy saw beyond the night, into the dawn that carried fire and hope and destiny. The night was heavy, yet alive.